Many photographers who are accomplished masters of portraiture, scenic photography, and other specialties will tell you that there's hardly anything harder to photograph than food. Plates and silverware are a nightmare for lighting. Reflections crop up everywhere and must be controlled. Colors must contrast without clashing, and the food itself must be hand-picked. At a farmer's market in Amagansett, New York, a very special type of shopping expedition is underway. Culinary expert Pierre Frenet, food stylist Marge Anderson, and photographer Lou Manna are staging a comestible casting call. The items that pass the test will be lovingly prepared and painstakingly photographed for the jacket of Frenet's new book.
All right. Potatoes.
Yes.
Need about 6 potatoes.
Okay.
New potatoes.
It doesn't matter.
They're small,
No,
right?
I'm going to share
You're
them.
going to carve them.
Well, I started off working with the New York Times about 12, 13 years ago as a stringer and worked full-time with them, covering mostly Long Island. And what better things were on Long Island but Craig Claiborne and Pierre Frenet all the way out in East Hampton. And since that was the furthest out in Long Island that you can get, the new person on the block was doing that beat. So I learned food with them, which is a nice way to start.
So now we can get something like that.
Right.
Good.
Small ones?
C'est bon.
Doesn't matter, as long as they're nice and red.
I forget. Use the chef. Okay.
One more.
Okie dokie. Yeah, I'll get more. Come on. We'll eat plenty. We'll have a good time later.
In general, the types of food photography that I take are for different clients, either name brand clients to photograph the caviar or the champagne or the wine or the food. And then other times it might be just to recreate and give recipes in a magazine. When I was asked to photograph for Pierre Frenet's low-calorie 60-minute gourmet, I was given the assignment to try and give it a light feeling, obviously low-calorie, and something that looked very pretty and artistic in the plate, which was no problem with a chef as great as Pierre Frenet, because he's just marvelous the way he arranges things and really doesn't need much help. I just seem to have an inclination to food, just because, again, part of it is the thrill of putting the whole thing together. It's like a puzzle, working with the chef or with the food stylist, put it all together very quickly. So there's a lot to it besides just food. It involves a lot of garnishing of plates and a lot of fine detail and working with different silverware and different props and trying to get a little bit of a feeling into the food, trying to give you a feeling of wanting to get in there and take a bite out of it. Working mostly with the composition, again, and making the eye travel around the photograph is very important. Working with diagonal lines, working with splashes of colors, and white and absence of colors. Basic composition works too.
These are nice plates, Marge.
Yeah, I think this is what we should go with, though,
Just
don't you?
with the white plate, I think so. That way the color of the food stands out.
Right.
And the background, I brought different cloths, but maybe the gray, just a neutral.
I think so, because we're going to have a lot of different color foods, and I think it
Any
would be
flowers
best.
next to it?
I don't
or?
think so. I think that will just detract from the look of it.
Oh, Monsieur Frenet, what are you up to?
I don't know what I'm doing, but I love it.
Oh, that looks pretty. Very nice. Like little legs from a...
Yeah, that's
Even though it's chicken, it looks
artichoke bottom. Look like a crab.
Yes. Will confuse people, though, don't you think?
Yeah, sure, that's the
Why not?
idea.
As long as it has a nice design.
We need a nice design.
Very pretty. Good contrast, good colors. Good
That's-
composition. Oh!
It's all right.
A faux pas.
No faux pas. You always, you know, I made a lot of mistakes sometimes, but always come up with
They
something
come
with
out
it.
fine.
Yeah. See,
Great,
it's not
very
good.
nice.
But
But
anyway,
now you have to take the rice off. That's going to be the hard part.
no,
Because it might fall apart.
it
No.
won't.
Beautiful, beautiful. All the colors
So,
and the peppers.
look, this is
I'll
all
clean that
yours.
off.
You
I'll
clean
clean
it
it
up, but
yeah.
watch this.
I know, carrying it over to the set is going to
Okay.
be tough, right? Okie dokie,
Give
thank
that to
you.
Marge and you take care
And
of
we'll
it.
play with it on the set.
If
Thank
you
you.
need my advice, please
I'll come.
call
I'll
me.
be right back.
Good.
The only thing is the little artichoke heart. Yeah, rotate it a little bit. And then that little artichoke on the right, the base of it has to go to the right. Exactly.
Lou Manna started as a photojournalist and still accepts many non-food assignments. But when you have the ability to take great food and transform it into great photographs, you find yourself very much in demand. Manna's food photography has graced the pages of the New York Times for 12 years and can be seen in the New York Times cookbooks. He has worked closely with both Freinet and Claiborne, with the results of his most recent assignment appearing on the jacket of Freinet's latest book. Anticipating the subtle changes that happen when fine cuisine faces the camera, Lou Manna creates shots that are a feast for the eyes.